Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for the season 3 finale of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm ready for things to end with a bang. I'm just worried that Kenny is the one dropping the bomb. Yikes. We are turning our attention away from the characters that we've been focused on for the entirety of our season and over to one Okotsu Yuta, who is facing off against the 4 pillars of the Sendai colony, and in the end of the last episode, eliminated one of them. Are the other 3 going to fall as easily? Is it going to be awesome as fuck and incredibly badass? I think so. People seem really excited about this episode, more so than even the high peak episodes that we had before, maybe equal to like the Higuruma episode. People were pretty pumped about that. But there's a lot of excitement about this episode, and I find it infectious. I'm pumped to see this end on a really awesome note, and there are a couple of things in play that could make it like a negatively awesome note, a like, oh shit, everything's fucked. But really, this season has been a banger after banger after banger after banger series of episodes, and I'm excited to see how we finish it off. I think Okotsu as a character is really fun, how he brought him in at the beginning, and then we're sort of bookending him at the end here. And I'm really excited to see how his journey through this portion, small though it is, limited to this one episode, although it's a long episode, it's 28 minutes long, how his portion maybe interacts or alters my perception of other people's portions, other people's interactions, the core themes of the series, and how these characters are grappling with them. I'm curious to see whether we get something interesting on that front from Yuta, or if this is just an episode of him battling the shit out of some powerful people and getting it done, and then the bomb drops. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to find out what the bomb is, because I've been on this impression that I do think it's a literal bomb that's literally going to be dropped. Other people have said maybe it's not, but I don't really know. I'm really curious. So we've got a bunch of questions and also a very straightforward possibility, which is just like a bunch of Yuta fights, done, episode theme, or a bunch of Yuta fights and the unknown, which is quite exciting. I have a strange idea for a drawing cooking up in the back of my head, and I'm going to launch into it, get it done, and then we'll watch this final episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Okay, I'm going to need at least 2 sheets for this. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Meow. Hey. All right, hold on. Meow. Boom. Hey, that's kind of cool. We got sort of the cityscape. We got sort of the tube. I kind of want these to stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Meow. Boom. Oh, there we go. Maybe, oh, I know. I'll just do this. Fold it over on top. And now we can have the bomb hanging like a sword of Damocles over the city. Perfect. That was really fun. I enjoyed doing the sort of mechanically lines with rulers and stuff. I really like the cityscape with the multiple layers to create some depth into it. and the overall idea of it being interactive and having moving parts is fucking awesome. I think if I was like a really good interactive papercraft maker, I'd probably make it with like a little slidey thing to slide the bomb down to the bottom. And then if I was really crazy, I've seen people do a thing where they have like a little pop-up, so we'd have a little pop-up explosion to come after it, and then we're in insane territory. As is, we're just in questionable levels of sanity territory, and I'm okay with that. Sanity questionable. All right, I hope you're as ready as I am to soak in this final episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. The whole season has been awesome. I hope it ends with a bang. I've got episode 13 up and ready to go. It's sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access to whatever's next on the Patreon, and a beep beep timer to count you down. Let's go. Mmm. He looks tired. It's a lot of points. And so you'll take the burden. Whoa. Whoa. That is a lot to carry, Yuta. So they fade out. Wow, he's taking a group of innocents with him. He's holding this demeanor. The flying girl. Run. Isoide. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, you asked for help. That was the Toto clap. Oh, it's Cockroach Guy. Oh my god. I'm turning the volume up. Hi. These clouds are crazy. Whoa. If they're powerful enough, that's a special grade. I know he's a special grade, but it's beautiful. Oh, it just glides. What? Unkillable like a cockroach. The flyer for sure, right? I like the taste of iron. Okay, so he's playing the metagame of what he has to show to the... Whoa! We just had a few new techniques that I've never seen before. I feel like I've seen this Flash of Effects animator. We've had him twice now, and I think they're really cool. So that's how the crop circles get there. These silent cuts in between are awesome. Ooh, banelings. Oh, the festering life sword just did something, didn't it? Oh, it did do something! Oh, he wants to eat you. Oh, he wants to eat you. Hey, Rika? Oh, got him. Absolutely got him. Reverse cursed energy. Exorcism. Complete. Gross. That's it? Fuck. She's here. It is just air and wind and stuff. Oh, no. Oh, what a nightmare. Oh, what a nightmare. Did he just stretch? That's new. Oh, wait. She warped his arm around her? Oh. You bend the sky. That's creative. I just keep walking through the exhibits. These backgrounds, the space is insane. I'm already way overwhelmed by this episode. Hmm. Hmm. Huh? He's calling her out right on. And she's gonna kill him for it. Hey? Huh? Some kind of a rivalry. Whoa! She's warping him. Oh, cannon! Cannon head. Thanks, cannon head. I don't think you were trying to help, but... Oh, that's why he didn't pull Rika later. Yeah, the balance of power has fallen apart. Oh, they're like tracking. I thought it was just a beam. Oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? He's here. How do you stack up in hand to hand? You're blowing up lots of people. Oh, are we friends? Do we know each other? There's so much going on. Okay. Yes. You're gonna hurt your stomach. Yeah. What a terrible... Okay. So why you back? Hmm. What up? This guy's just ripped out of a movie. Just waxing philosophical about his own damn life. Okay, he sort of teleported. He's no joke. I don't think you'll ever be full, bud. Okay, he's a real big problem. We are just smash introducing these fighters. Oh, in like set piece scene after set piece scene after set piece scene. I'm waiting for Skygirl to show up. Heal up real quick, and we're gone. Oh my god. She's got a job to do. That's like the fourth or fifth really clever cut frame where characters doing the same thing. Holy shit, Yuta. This is like a level up of a different version of the Choso fight. It's so cool. Holy fuck. Oh. Gotta comb that stuff back out. Oh my god. Caught you. Caught you without your hair done. Oh, he's got it. Fuck. Oh! And he's got him! Punch harder! Yeah, he is! Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, and he's not even gone. I thought that hurt her. I thought that hurt him. She just whips it into a spiral. That is busted. Huh? Yeah, he's really tough. Okay, always do love a three-way. How much fuse does Okotsu have? Are we? Are we, though? I don't know how limited he is, man. He's about to pull something crazy. He wanted the distance. Hello, I'm not alone here. Talk about reserves. Oh, yeah, I'll take that one. This is good timing for the narrator. All three. What is that? Is that a suit? Oh, it's just a glove. Okay, he didn't go for a sword. He went for a glove thing. It looks like Genos from... Oh! Oh, shit! Where did he get that? How did he get that? That's not his technique. That was had to be Watanabe in the background, right? For the... What the fuck is this thing? Really does give me Genos vibes. Oh my god, the whole... What? I thought she could manipulate the sky. That's the ground. Holy shit. Ah. You made Rika real mad. You made Rika real mad. Oh shit. Okay, Rika, have fun. Number 1. It's like a ring of his beam. Oh, he's using it like a weapon now. There's so much, man. Is she just gonna rip the whole city at us? Oh. Assassination under the Fujiwara clan, only to execute me in his place. Okay. Oh. I think she's just doing her own thing. Oh, got you to move your hands. How is Okotsu stealing all these techniques? Did we know that? Because I don't think I knew that. I guess I should have figured it out when he did Inumaki. I may have just forgotten. Happens. God, that idea of grabbing stuff. True. Okay, our little triangle's still going. What is this? That was like the OP. Oh my god, 3-way domain expansion? Holy Rika. It's not dead. Oh no. Something's really weird about this now. Wait, will the domain spill out from there? Or we're all just in normality? Well, Kurorushi's just ending some of them. She yells out for Fujiwara, asking to heal her? I don't know. Holy shit! It blasts energy. Yeah, keep it lined up. Okay, finish you off for real this time. Sa. What a weirdo. We're gonna do another build. Holy shit. We still haven't even touched on the bomb. Okay, smart. But then... is he just gonna let him shoot him? Just this once, let me go all out? We're gonna hit the OP there? That's insane. What is this? This is so insane looking. What you got, Yuta? Oh, he's got the bend! Have a taste of your own medicine. Insane. Maybe he has to be almost killed by the thing. Or maybe it doesn't have... Oh no, he may have to defeat them. To bite! Ooh! Oh, the double up was crazy! Just in time. Maybe not. Hi, Rika! Desato! What an absurd, like, internal image from our enemy in this portion. Genuinely insane. Full cross counter. Let's go, Joe. He flung it up there all the way back then? That's insane. He just wanted a good fight. Gotta love a good Blood Knight. Just a character who really wants a crazy fight. Okay, we got 3 minutes left. What's happening? What's happening? Kenny? Kenny, you got a couple minutes to finish your plan. Hi. The clan. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Hard to say, man. Yes. Yes. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a good number of points. He needs 400. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Above all that power is that mindset. We don't get the answer. That was crazy. Okay. Okay. That was crazy. I'm gonna put all my energy into the discussion. A huge portion that I was just sitting here being flabbergasted. Apologies if that's not the most entertaining thing in the entire world, but at a certain point, if I'm talking and trying to think, then I'm not watching. I was trying to watch. Holy fuck, there was a lot to watch in this episode. Kind of cool to have it all be sort of isolated and focused in on Okotsu in this one environment so that we get to really hone in on it. It's almost like an OVA, you know? Like a side thing. That's cool. It means we don't have to bring in a bunch of the context. We just get to focus on what's there, which is the setup for some crazy, amazing battles. Beautiful. And insane. Cool to hear that ED one more time. I really like the way that the OP is worked into this, especially with the like extended length of the thing. And then I really like that this episode is almost an OVA. It's separate from all of the character progression and all the pushing forward that we've done over the course of the season. We get to jump over to this other place with these other characters and tell this kind of self-contained story that just moves fast, man. It just moves fast, but there's intricacy to it. There is like a dynamic and a play space between these villains, these villainous characters who are against each other. And it's just, I mean, it ends up just being a showcase of creative powers, creative uses of powers, and incredible animation and battling back and forth. There are so many. Okay, so I'm just going to pick one thing. I'm going to focus on that for a second. hand-to-hand combat moments. And I'm going to pick this because there was a very distinct Julian Bentley hand-to-hand combat moment in the previous episode, right? In this episode, there are multiple very distinct hand-to-hand combat sequences that are totally different from that one and totally different from each other and all badass. And they're clearly, I think, by different artists with different styles, giving across different vibes. And that sort of idea that we're going to take sort of similar opportunities, lots of movement through air, running really fast on the ground through a city, things like that, right? And we're just going to execute them multiple times across these different fights in very different ways from different voices of animators. And in the way where you get a choir together and you've got all these different voices, but you arrange them in harmony and they come through as one unified sound, one wall of woof. There are a lot of different voices throughout this episode, and yet they feel like they're in harmony. Even when they're jumping off and contrasting with each other, and we go from one voice to another, and it's kind of shocking and a little bit jarring, that feeling of jarringness puts me in the feeling in the driver's seat of being in this fight and getting blindsided and getting hit by something that I don't expect and things changing rapidly in a way that I couldn't predict because I didn't understand the powers in play. And I think it works. I think it all works. It's kind of crazy because there's so much chaos to it, but it feels like it's organized chaos. It feels like it's purposeful. Okay. I've got my work cut out for me to go through this episode and talk through all, and hopefully hit all of the awesome things in it because it is wall to wall packed with awesome things. Let's go ahead and give it our best shot. I'm tempted to go and look at Sakagaburu first. Let's do that. Let's go look at Sakagaburu first. We're gonna start there. It makes the most sense. And I mean, Jesus crickety Christ, that is so many cuts, isn't it? I'm just going to skim through names first. So I see immediately that the top two cuts are names that I don't recognize. Shin Xiong Cheng and Ayman Ibrahim. I don't think I've ever heard of those people. Masahiro Tokumaru, Kaito Tomioka, Run Yang, Tokumaru, Yen BM, Arai, Sunakohara, Tokumaru, Kaneko, Genta. Was that the one that I thought was Watanabe? Wait, that's Genta? I would have never guessed. Freaking awesome, though. Okay, cool. Yoto, Fasto, Akiko Kudo, Mok. There is so much talent on this. I'm overwhelmed. Let's highlight the top two rows, and then we'll get into the episode. That's my compromise. Yoto. These shapes. And the cockroach is just, I mean, what in the fuck, man? The like snap, flash through is insane. And this sort of push and then sloop in is insane. The whole thing is nuts. And then the freaking scale of the whole thing is crazy too. Shotaro-ban. Oh, this is the running. Okay, I love the backing up feet and the stepping forward feet. I love it. And then the speeding up. He's still going faster and faster, still running backward. Vroom. And then we build up all this light, start sending beams down the hallway, and this like flicker sequence is crazy. It's like the strobe effect creates this flicker. Let me get to it. Come on. Ting, 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 ting. That's so cool. I think that's so cool. And then in for the big blast, and it cuts through, and the first one goes through, and then it's a continuation. It doesn't stop. He's running through the hallway, spinning around and spiraling, and my guy is going hyperspace. It's insane. Okay, we glanced at this. It's awesome. I don't see Genta in it in terms of, well, that I do actually. That 100% looks like Genta. It's just not moving the way that he moves things. Yeah? Yeah. Crazy awesome, though. Shinya Kaneko, that was rapid. Whoa. And then we woo boom. Her power is my favorite. It's so cool. And as far as something to express visually, it's like it's unique, it's dynamic, and it forces the artists to warp and twist all of the background and all of the landscape and all this stuff around her. The way that it interacts with other powers is really cool. The way that it shifts space and moves things is really freaking insane. I like it a lot. There are a bunch of sweeps around characters here. There's the first one around her, sweep, and then we get this one around Yuta, sweep, and then this huge scale thing. And then there's a big sequence of people running on the warping stuff, but I'm not sure if that's here. If it is here, then I thought it was very Watanabe-esque. Yeah, with this sort of flowy, slidey across the thing. But it has something a little, I don't know, a little crisper than that. We're on this big flowing 3D background. It just feels like the fight, the way that the characters interact and swoosh past each other is legit, is like real. And then these kicks going by are awesome. And then the fact that we're interacting across, like, outside of the duo and bringing in the third party and planning all this out. As we're going through it, I'm beginning to realize that this is beyond impressive into the realm of, like, unfathomable. Just the individual things that are going on are hard, but planning all of these shapes, all of this, like, dynamism, all these camera movements across big, continuously moving and shifting CG backgrounds, woven in with intricate, accurate hand-to-hand fight combat animation, and then the capacity to whip all the way into the micro, and then woof all the way back out as something blindsides us and gets more involved than we expected in the battle. Like, here we are, this blast goes off, it fires past Okotsu, almost hits her, she whips it around and flings it back, hitting him with a taste of his own medicine exactly, and suddenly Okotsu's wheeling around, being blindsided by this, and we're in his mindset, realizing that he's in this space, right? We jump from, like, third-person omniscient to Yuta's first-person perspective to her perspective all over the place, all throughout. And then, speaking of blindsided, we slow it down for just a moment, and then Rika's there. Boom! And then she's bending space around everything, and we're in hand-to-hand combat, and Rika's pummeling and getting warped around her each time. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is, like, insanely creative with an incredible amount of work put into making it work. I liked the way that this water looked. The way that this thing swooshes forward is crazy. This whole fight is nuts. We get these big, sweepy moments. They really remind me of the... Oh God, Papa. This moment here, it really reminds me of some of Papa Toji fights. Yeah? And the tumble. Whipping and leaping, and the smears on the head. Everything feels like it's got extra. Just extra stuff added to it. The burbling, goopy blood stuff. Dynamism around the poles and around the space. Oh, and then its voice was crazy sounding. Unfortunately, I don't have it here. Oh, what a little run. So somebody says that I'm guessing that it's Tokumaru presumed for the cut here. Oh, for that big goop of CG and then all the running. I have no idea. I just know that it's badass. Sunakohara! Some great faces, and we send Rika flying off. He's got the words. Oh, those are so cool. These, like, sketchy blah, blah, blah. Copy. What a badass. What a scary ability. These sort of chaotic clusterfucks, I really like. It's a little weird for me, but I really like them. What even... These are all fists appearing in different places. The shapes are insane. It's like being in the middle of a tornado. I think it's awesome. This is a little much for me. Feels like there's maybe too much effects, but I guess maybe it works. And then this, whoa. Wow, that's cool. And it wipes to him, and then okay. Alright, and Sunakahara again. Okay, so this is when the OP is happening, and gulp. How many layers of color are on here? What are they all doing? We've got these like sparkly red diagonals, these crisscrossing straight red lines in the background that almost are like kanji, or maybe they're the building behind them or something. All these different, really unique looking lightnings, and then these crazy shapes all spiraling out of this Voldemort and Harry Potter beam battle in the center. But look at all these shapes! Like, what? What am I looking at? It's like way too much. And that's the point. This is clearly the point. I feel like we're observing the birth of a micro-universe in the middle of their two beam battles. I feel like this is an artistic representation of what happens when a particle accelerator accelerates a particle. It's a chaotic, messy clusterfuck. If I pause it on any one frame, it's honestly ugly. But in motion, it's like the most crazy, chaotic, ugly that I've ever seen, and that makes it kind of fucking cool, man. I'm much more of a fan of moments later where we get these sort of more directional sort of things where there's a little more, I don't know, a little more sense to it. My eye can make sense. That's one big beam firing. It's like, oh, I get it. That's what that is. But I cannot deny that incredible chaos clusterfuck was unique. This as well, like, this makes sense to me. He's getting hit by this beam and then it's sparking around him and creating these magnetic spiral, like the big magnetic spirals that come off of the sun. It's like that. It's like nuts. And similarly, this part where he's like, but it's all gathering energy into him. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Awesome. 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 Way beyond insanity. Totally cool. Okay, this is Yen BM. Get punched by Rika. Boom. And then land like a badass. Oh my god, that little frame switch. Wow. There are a few things like that where we rotate the camera really fast, but that one's really crisp. Boom. Ah. And then he hits it. Like, what even? I love this angle. I love the foreshortening. I love the expressiveness. Punches Rika through the ceilings. That's crazy. And then hits her with the blast. Okay, cool. Masahiro Tokumaru. So this is another big... Cool. Okay. I guess I'm becoming familiar with that style. And then here he goes. He starts doing parkour and leaping all over things. Boom, whoosh. I love this sequence. I think it's badass. I gotta look at Tokumaru's stuff. Vivi. I can't watch those because we're gonna watch Vivi at some point. I don't know when. JJKS3. Oh, the running up the bridge. Totally tracks. It's got that same energy of... Okay. That's all I need there. I get it. I loved this burst. Boom! Utapon influence is palpable. Yeah, flying through space like that. Clap. I just gotta throw out there, the clap sound effect that they used is Toto Ai's clap sound effect, and there was something to it that made it awesome. Pulls the guy out, but it's too fucking late. Those bugs are bad news. This is sort of our start of things getting crazy in the episode, and it holds no punches. It absolutely hits the crazy. These effects, this spiraling, swirling mass of stuff, contrasted with Yuta's light, is wild. This rush forward, I feel like it's straight out of My Hero Academia. And I don't mind it one bit. I think it's cool as hell. Kaito Tomioka. Can we get some flow? Okay. Flying? Dodging? Getting punched? Getting blasted? Getting zapped? Oh, the ceiling falling apart. Wild. The whole building crumbling. He's just got this stuff on his head. I like this. I really like the blurs. They happen even here when we're not fighting, when it's just Yuta launching in. We get this blur as like the camera hasn't caught up. The camera operator hasn't locked in focus. And then moments later we get focus, like we're in focus now. But then we move and there are these sort of blurs applied to everything, you see? And they're applied in between frames in weird ways. Like I've never seen this. Look at this. Boom, boom. You see that? So it's like a post-processed, literally just a grab a blob and smear it in Photoshop, right? But in motion, they add an accent to every smear, every bit of blurriness. It adds something. It just feels like when it's all put together, it adds something unique. It's kind of cool. This sequence is awesome. Foop, 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 foop. We've seen some good polearm movement type of stuff before, but that really takes it to a different place. It's kind of snappy. I don't know. Okay, so this is Tokumaru again. So this is the third of those super speed running sequences. The way he whips that sword away, I think is amazing. Because he does the full, like, foop, right? And yet we can't see any of it. And yet we know that it happened. I want to go back. Yep, so here he is, running with the sword in his right hand. Whips it down around. Foop, up, over, and then sinks it in. Foop. We know that he did it perfectly. But it's all in the background. And then once it's solidified, we launch into this portion, which I think is awesome. I think that the camera match is amazing. The like glide and slide vibe that we have with this. This is cool. And then sort of hitting a pose midair and flinging pink goo. Awesome. Ah. I love this little chunk of effects animation. This little pink blob blurs out and then becomes this like hyper sparkle for one. Okay, so there's an animator who this really reminds me of, and I'm gonna struggle to find them, but give me a sec. Man, this is the thing where I totally cannot find the person that I'm looking for. There's a particular animator who does scenes that are very much like this, but very often in like a little bit cuter shows, like cute girl characters swing giant weapon, and then there's a crazy light show explosion with very particular like diamond shaped lightning and explosions and stuff. And it's not a Kaneda style animator, but I want to put my finger on it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it right now. I haven't been able to find the person that I'm looking for. But I wanted to draw a connection there and I can't do it. Damn. It's really going to eat at me. It ate at me so much that I went looking for it again and I found it. I was thinking of Hiroto Nagata, who does stuff like this. Those explosions and these effects and these moments in here where everything sort of into lightning everywhere and these strikes that turn into big over the top lightning everywhere, that kind of stuff. And we throw similar in from Magia Record. these like super maximalist explosions and light show extravaganzas and lightning and effects over the topifications and stuff. This is what that strike really most reminded me of. Yeah. In any case, this cut is awesome. Here we get the bump, bump, bump. And then the multi-domain expansion. We get these cuts that are the same shots from the OP. Ding, ding, ding. Lining it all up. And then the eyes. And all these spins. And these really stylized moments. All into the full color. Sketchy, sketchy. Right into the eyes. Like, 3 domains against each other. And then a cockroach to mess everything up. And finally, this is the Genta Ishimori cut. Oh, I put this off to the side. So that one was our top, was the bam, bam, and everything emerging. And another great use of, like, split frame, chopping things up into different chunks. Awesome. Okay. Now, we've seen a couple of the cuts and put them in place a little bit. Let's go back to the episode. Yuta seems tired. He seems really put upon. He seems like he's carrying a lot of weight here, and he is. But that's the thing, like, that's what he's chosen to do. This is what he's bearing. And it's not like a surprise, yeah? It's not like, oh, he's not ready for this. There's a fear in me at this point in the episode that somehow this will make Yuta weak, make him exploitable, if he's tired, if he's put upon. But he's just dedicated. I think that's what it really is. I won't let you kill your best friend a second time. The mission that he's on is one of kindness. Yeah? I will kill Kenjaku. I will obtain all these points all by myself, and I'll kill him. And we go straight from there to him putting on this happy face to be nice to these civilians, you know? And throughout it, we don't see his face. He's not really there. He's got his voice is lifted, right? He's doing this like fakey voice. And then in comes the threat. He has to buckle down. Man, it's scary. We launch into it, man. I freaking love how he launches into battle. There's the of our characters, and I think that is true throughout this combat. Not just with Okotsu, but with everybody. Look at that smoke stuff. Oh, it's so cool looking. So we set it up. We saw this shot. I have to mention these silent cutaways. There are a bunch a little bit later as well. I love them. I love them. Suddenly we're in the peaceful portion of nature that's undisturbed by everything, and then wham, it moves. I also really like the reflection all the way down this river. It's beautiful. Backgrounds and landscapes are gorgeous throughout this. And then here, this spin and bam, really feels like Toji. I like these smears on his arm, man. That's a voice. I love this. I love this. This whole thing is the same guy, right? This sprinting away sequence. The one from behind as we just follow him hurtling through this city. I love it. I think it's awesome. And then the way that we turn, hold for a moment to strike a pose, and then flash of flare. And blast all that stuff back. These little hesitation moments in between are everything to me. Just this floating in the air for just a moment, and then we're back into it. Everything to me. And that just seals the deal. Fuck! Impact, impact. It's like the shifting impact and then the slice opens up. That's one of my favorite things I have ever seen, ever. If it were like more, yeah, if there were more than this 1 second of animation here, this could be among my favorite cuts of all time. I think it's amazing. I think it's truly amazing. so many moments of just like, Yuta knows what's going on and we don't, and he's got a plan. All we can do is observe. Fuck, man. Okay, so then we hold all of these. Hold, 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 hold. And then green goo! And this sequence just ends up being insane. Yeah, what? It goops blobs into his shoulder? Ugh! All the way up close and a kiss of death. Ugh! And there's zero time to rest. This is something else that the episode does. It's like a pinball just tumbling down the stairs, hitting something else unexpected every time. Getting to see her ability work before we have any explanation to how it really works, just knowing that she manipulates the sky. Wow. It just feels so creative, so interesting, so unique. The like window of smoke. And the way that she swirls with movement. And then he gets warped and bent around her. Oh, it's weird. And then she can just shatter stuff. Powerful as fuck. I love that we just spend time for no reason in this sort of immaculate museum space. It's like completely calm, and the characters act act in accordance with that. They're acting calm within the museum until they walk through it and it all explodes again. It's a lot of detail to draw all of these artifacts and things. I wonder if this is like tied into the portions of the OP with the great paintings and stuff. If that's the vibe. Oh, Okotsu, you're going through the exhibit wrong. It says how to go through the exhibit. Why would you actively seek out a fight? And these warped moving scenes behind are so cool. So she has regrets, a chance at a second life. We should be hoarding points. And he calls her right out. Something about friends and lovers, huh? Oh, he's brushing up against a nerve. Why go so far just for yourself? Are you one of the Fujiwara? She holds a grudge. And it's totally unclear. This is a space that I actually have no idea about. No clue. But she seems to hold it as a grudge. Gosh, she moves fast when she wants to. As if anyone from your bloodline would understand. We battle it out in the sky, and we're warping our body into weird shapes. And then we get hit by the beam from the man. I really like him. I like the cannon head thing. It's so dumb. The fact that we take something that honestly feels like a joke, like it should be dumb, and make it an incredibly impressive, powerful ability, it's awesome. Here's another one of our insane running sequences. And this one, he does all the parkour all up over stuff. Spectacular. And then we're in it for hand-to-hand. Okay, so this is hand-to-hand sequence number 1, I think. Whatever sates the hunger. Beautiful pose. There's something somber and movie-esque about him. I like him. These cigarettes leave a sweet aftertaste. He's quite a character. Okay, into the fight. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. This is totally unique. Flash, 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 flash. And then we step together. And we've got multiple versions of ourselves flying past each other, right? Hitting each of these poses. Bam, bam, bam. And then we step together. And we rotate around. And do it again. And again, we're sort of back to back doing this sort of similar to Toji kind of moment. Then he bumps him. And blasts him. We saw this, the spring forward, and then this very different sort of smeary, blurry hand-to-hand. Up into getting blasted backward out of the wall. No. Clap. It's the same sound effect again. Oh, wow. The momentum on that is nuts. Okay, hallway. Really reminiscent of the Choso Naoya fight in some ways, but then also totally different. Walking forward, backing up, speeding up backward. Flash, 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 flash. Incredible. Sweet indeed. And then the next one, even sweeter. With the full spiral all the way around. This is there's so many tricks, so many clever things, so many things that are like well-known techniques, but they're glued together in such rapidity and with such grace. I like it. Oh man. It's just one light show after another, one extravaganza, one fucking awesome clusterfuck after another, all building up to a totally unreadable clusterfuck when the OP drops, and it's exactly what it needs to be. He is the best, and she's a problem. So now we have all three in play. Out of the way! And they're both fighting to get their chance at Yuta. Spinning the beam around, literally warping light by warping the sky is crazy. And it looks like it. It looks crazy too. Her whole power and aesthetic is super awesome. The way that they draw these chopped up versions of the landscapes woven into her woven space clothing stuff, totally unique. We're seeing the bottom of your reserves. We build this little analogy, the closing time at a cake shop. You don't have what it takes. Well, he's been waiting for something. Rika. Fully manifested. All the cursed energy she can work on her own. He has access to his powers. Damn, dude. Use of technique, full manifestation of Rika, cursed energy supplied by Rika, and a weird glove thing. It's kind of badass. I wish I knew more about what it did, because this first sort of battle portion that he does with it is crazy. And he whips through and copies a bunch of abilities at the same time, revealing, for what I believe to be the first time, precisely how dangerous Yuta is. So this is a total nightmare clusterfuck. I mentioned it before. I have no idea what's going on. However, I think many frames of this sequence could be printed out in like really high quality and framed and put on a wall as abstract art pieces. They're totally wild. And I'm not usually one for incoherent things, but this is cool. It's really cool. Really unique. Feels risky. There feel like there are some risks in this episode. Oh yeah, the sort of flap kind of reminds me of Watanabe. All these beams, man. So here's that boom. And then all the running across it and fighting across it, sliding down the thing. This interaction, bam, with the kick. The blast goes around, whip, 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 back. Now he's out for a second, so it's you and me. And Rika. Oh, her warp around this, and Rika's arm bending is, so cool. Got her. But it's not enough. So he creates this whippy beam thing. And now another unique hand-to-hand combat that sort of bleeds away as we focus in on what's going on in the background. This feeling like everything is in its place at every moment, and we could just whip the camera from here to over here and keep track of what's going on over there and what's going on over here. It makes the whole thing feel coherent, like it's all one fight that's happening, even when we jump from different part to different part. Okay, here's another unique hand-to-hand combat. This time we're spinning around each other, back and forth in really unique ways. Bash, smash, oh boy. Kaboom! Okay, the Sun, Moon, and Stars Squad was an assassination unit directly under the Fujiwara clan. We lived in darkness and served with selfless devotion, forbidden from even having a name. Yet that man once granted me a name only to execute me in his place for his crime of slaying his own kin. I wonder if that man was Kenjaku in disguise. I wonder what this is all about. It's clearly some deep family history stuff. And he's hungry for more. Keep chowing down! I gotta say, I love a character who's got a theme and uses that theme in all their lines. It's like, I'm a real hungry boy. I like Fever Guy. I think it fits. I like this. It's dumb. It works. And Yuta uses Drew's ability here to slice her right up. No way. His technique is, yeah, copy. Okay, so Rika punch, and then the spin. Man, I love that. Pew, pew, pew. She's got a good line. It's always the ones who've already made something of themselves who say, live for others. You don't need to make something of yourself. Boom. I don't know, man. It's cool. It's time. He just sort of announces to the show that it's time, everybody. We're going to do this. And so we dive into a 3-way domain opening with the... These are beautiful. I mean, truly beautiful. It feels like we dive into more of a clear homage to the manga. I don't know, but that's the feeling that I get. It feels like we blur the lines between our mediums. And then the expansion itself is awesome. Even if it tries to break in. So we get these flares of all of their different domains, I assume. The different pieces battling it out. But then the black demon of the modern age. This total Kaneda-style chaos cluster of blood and color. Incredible. Skittered into the barriers. Completed parthenogenesis. I want to look that up. I gotta know what parthenogenesis is. I should know that. Ah, asexual reproduction. So it made another of itself. Gotcha. And so, as a spirit, it lived on. We get these cool visuals of this whole thing. And in this moment, I was thinking, oh shit, is this the bomb? I think I'm wrong. I don't think that's correct. But how cool would that be if this was all just organized to smash these characters together and then, like a particle accelerator, create something insane out of that? No, doesn't seem to be. An unexpected intruder. And so the barriers collapsed. I thought the barriers were going to collapse and we were going to have domains leak out of them. And so we'd be in this space, but with our domains warped into each other. Nope. Barrier collapsed completely. Everybody's here. Everybody's fucking angry about it. And everybody's fighting. But everybody's weakened by having just expended a bunch of energy to expand their domains. So she ends up with a really fucking bad end. Sorry. And Yuta just sort of one-shots Kurorushi. Done. And now we build up to... I didn't expect this to be the final battle. I thought it would be Sky Girl or maybe the cockroach. But no. It's your boy. He wants his dessert. Come have a seat at the table. So he builds it up. And my understanding is that he's going to release before his enemy does. But watching him, he gets inspired by his, like, fervor and passion and decides to go all out against him at the same time, right? Leading to the craziest light show in history. At first. Let's wring out every last drop. 400 years of craving burned in his gaze. All he wants is to find that meaning. And Yuta sees it. Actually connects with him here. He's not different from him in this. Not really. So we build up pink and blue, and we create the... You know, sometimes people will say, like, oh, that's the first time that sentence has ever been said. This is the first time anything like this has ever been drawn. What the fuck? I don't even know. I don't even really like it. But I cannot be anything but impressed by it. It's insanity. I do like this portion. It's real sweet. You're my dessert. Let's keep going! But he has recovered. And he planned this out to a T. It's cool. Okotsu over this episode shows that he has like the physical strength, the mental game, the trickery, the plays, the hidden secrets, the trump cards up his sleeves, the physical ability, the spiritual power, the healing, the cleverness, just everything, the whole package. I would just watch the Okotsu show, but it would be maybe too much because he's just guaranteed to win everything. Maybe. Time's up, but it's all he needs. So we get this final bashing battle at the end. I mean, it's incredible. And it feels like a worthy send-off for a character who managed to engrave himself into my heart over the course of like 10 minutes. Because he's not even in the whole episode. But Ishigori has engraved himself onto my heart. I like him. I like him. He's insane. He wants to kill us. But I like him. And we get to have a little emotional beat for him. And Yuta, in fighting him this way, in beating him down like a man, gets to give him what he really wanted at the end. This sorcerer who reincarnated to come back here for this. Gets to. We're done. Boom. Blast from up above. Sealed the deal. I'm full. You're welcome. And with that, and with none of them dead, Okotsu takes 190 points and walks away. You're the one who will reach your limit. I have seen it. And we show Sukuna. We show a lot of things. What transcends sorcerers, cursed spirits, and the very limits of strength is an overwhelming ego, blind to all else, a calamity. This is really interesting to me. And the episode as a whole doesn't have a lot of emotional meat or like verbal meat, yeah? It's just fighting all the way through. This idea that all of this strength gets overwhelmed by a person, a man who sees himself as greater than, is really interesting to me. It folds into some of the ideas we've been playing with in a different show, in Orb, about the movements of the earth, which has some characters who are really interested in being the one who changes the world and having their ego supported by it. And there's this sort of ongoing battle between that mentality and the mentality of like facilitating good reoccurring in the world or facilitating growth in the world without my ego being attached to it necessarily. Here in Jujutsu, a very stark, very power-focused story, we say it's not even power, it's will, yeah? It's ego, blind to all else. What Nietzsche might call will to power, yeah? That desire to seek out power and use it. That belief that you're worthy of holding that power and using it. An ego that's blind to all else. That's what transcends. And that's what's placed up against Yuta, Sukuna, Geto, and potentially others. So we drop a to be continued and we end the season. What a way to go out. I fully expected we were going to get Kenjaku dropping a bomb here. Turns out we're going to have to wait until next time. That's still building, I guess. I assume his plan is still in play exactly how he wants it to go, which means that we're still in earlier stages of his plan than I expected. Okotsu has fully cleared up Sendai. There are a bunch of other colonies. There are a bunch of other sorcerers. We gotta build a way to get between colonies. And we gotta... What was the other thing that he needed? I forget what the other one was. Oh, and communicate. Things are starting to look up, though. Our characters are making a lot of wins. How's that gonna get turned on its head? Because I'm scared. I'm scared. All in all, this felt like a fireworks show. Yeah? At the end of a big game or a big event. Felt like the final set of crazy light show explosions to cap it all off. and I think it's kind of perfect. When I look back on it, we start this season with this really slow, quiet building sequence of Yuji running around the city, and then it builds up into him sort of still slowly and with odd tone fighting these demons, fighting these curses, fighting these monsters, and then getting caught by Yuta. And here at the end, it's Yuta going through a city fighting these powerful cursed users. That's cool. It feels strangely like it bookends the whole thing. Like we've got these characters moving with, well, Yuji moves at first with like a purposelessness, an uncertainty, and then Yuta moves with this great purpose at the end. I don't know. It feels like it all rhymes somehow, but I can't figure out what the rhyme scheme is. As we head to the end here, let me give some basic thoughts about the whole of JJK Season 3. It's shorter, it's concise-er, it's pretty freaking crazy how many separate, completely different episodes of really top-tier, stellar, interesting animation there are in this season. And scattered amongst them are episodes that transcend that beyond just strength and power and awesomeness to using that talent, using that visual language to express really great storytelling. I think the Maki episode is probably the best example of that. I think that some of the Megumi stuff fits as well. I think that some of the storytelling around Yuji's internal battle and his build up toward admitting his guilt to Higuruma is excellently put together. There are these points where, because this is essentially a battle shonen, we're gonna have battles. And something that continues to impress me is how those battles lead to meaning, how we resolve things through conflict or bring up new internal struggles through conflict. And we've woven together fights that feel like arguments and feel like they get resolved and feel like they really deeply matter to the characters and to the future of the characters. So there's this tension as we're watching them fight, where we're not just watching our character because we want our character to win. We want our character to learn. We want our character to grow. We want there to be some catalyzation, some change that occurs. We want these characters to bash against each other and for something new to come out the other end. And it happens over and over and over. And every time that it does happen, it feels like a magic trick is being done. Like our characters have evolved through the cool stuff going on screen, and the whole story evolves with them. This season was really cool. It ends up having some moments that are kind of like focused in because our landscape is limited and our group of characters is, well, I guess it's not that the group is limited, it's that our viewpoint is limited and we're jumping between members of the group throughout all of this, as opposed to the Shibuya portion where we're sort of there and everybody else is all there all at the same time, so we can jump around, but we're all in the same space. Here we've got different people going off and doing different missions, and it feels like it would be very easy for the season to feel totally incoherent one episode to the next, because we're jumping from Maki's fights to Megumi's fights to over here with Yuji doing stuff over here, and where did all of our story beat go? But because it's all centered around this game, and we've got these couple of exposition build-up episodes that tell us all the things that we need to do, it feels like we're a team going and doing these different side quests and missions all together, building towards something important. The whole thing flows. It fits. It's cool. It was fun to watch. I need to watch it again because there's way too much to experience, and it's like getting blasted and overwhelmed all the way through. And I think that going back and giving it another watch through, top to bottom, would make the whole thing kind of gel and feel good, help me pick up on all the things I might have missed. So I think that might be something that I do pretty soon, probably not on camera, but for my own purposes. This is a worthy season. This is a worthwhile season of anime, eh? Good to have it. Good to have it. I like that Mappa's still doing this, still pushing boundaries and taking this series now on its third season and continuing to say, this is our flagship. This is the season that we're pumping a lot of energy into so that the people who are already interested in it stay interested in it, and so that it keeps like pushing boundaries in the animation world. And I think they're succeeding. I think they're absolutely succeeding. I think as far as an artistic work from Goso's eye and the style of the storyboards and the whole feel of the thing, it is completely unique. This season in particular is woven in with a lot of like classic or traditional art, like this stuff in the ED, or these scenes and the paintings and all of that. It gives it a kind of a timeless feel. I have to wonder how it's going to feel 5 years from now, looking back and watching through this season of anime, whether it will still have this feeling of like, man, 2025, 2026, JJK really changed anime. I don't know, but I think it has the potential to. This is a unique show. I'm excited to see what all the staff who've worked on it end up going and doing. A lot of people kind of got elevated to new heights over the course of this. A lot of animators that I had never heard of have been introduced to me, storyboarders and episode directors too. I'm really pumped to see where the staff and the sort of storytelling that's present in Jujutsu Kaisen goes from here and how it impacts the rest of the industry. I don't know what the plan is for the next season of JJK, but we're set up right in the middle of a story, so I hope it's coming soon. When it does, we'll give it a little time to be out, and then we will turn our attention to it and give it a watch right away. For now, I gotta say thank you so much for watching JJK Season 3 with me. It's been a blast. It's been a roller coaster. It's been up, down, all around, twisty, turny, topsy turvy, and I've had a hell of a fun time with it. It's really inspired me artistically in some interesting ways and forced me to expand my mind in some interesting ways. And I'm really grateful that pieces of art like this exist and continue being made. Uh, it makes the whole thing worthwhile. So, thank you, Goso. Thank you, Mappa. Thank you, Gigi. Gigi. I never know it's Gigi or Gigi. I just don't know. I should have figured that out maybe a year ago. But thank you to everybody involved in this project, and thank you to you for coming and watching it along with me. I'm sure you're in the midst of your own second, third, fifth, 10th rewatch of this and picking up on all sorts of things that I'm not. If there are particularly important things that I missed, I'd love if you drop them in the comments. And it's time to say goodbye, y'all. Thanks so much for watching this show with me. We'll figure out something new to watch on Fridays from here on out. Much love. Peace.